Karnataka's Public Works Minister Satish Jarkioli has sparked a fresh political controversy by candidly acknowledging that the culture of commissions and kickbacks in government contracts was there, is there, and will be there in the state's governance system. A statement that has drawn sharp reactions from across the political divide. His comments made amid the growing pressure from the Karnataka State Contractors Association over delayed payments and protests that are scheduled for the 6th of March, demanding clearance of over 37,000 crores in pending bills, have reopened debates about corruption and accountability in public works. The remarks are particularly contentious because the Congress government, which Jarkioli represents, had campaigned strongly against the alleged 40% commission practices under the previous administration of Basavaraj Bommai and the Bharatiya Janata Party. This acknowledgement now risks normalizing corrupt practices and undermines any kind of reform efforts. And what makes this especially troubling is that the problem of uncleared bills has persisted for decades across political dispensations, pointing to chronic fiscal indiscipline rather than episodic failure. Now, the pending bills run to the tune of more than 37,000 crores with no solution in sight. So here's a department-wise breakdown of the pending dues that Karnataka is grappling with. So first of all is irrigation, and this is a major contributor of these pending dues. It goes up to the tune of 13,000 crore rupees. Public Works, the second contributor, 8,000 crore rupees. Rural Development and Panchayat Raj, 3,800 crore rupees. Minor irrigation is 3,000 crore rupees. Housing and Waqf, 2,600 crore rupees. Urban Development at 2,000 crore rupees. Labour at 2,000 crores again, while others are at 1,600 crore rupees. So we're asking today, as far as the Karnataka kickbacks are concerned, can Congress really deny this entire episode, an episodic problem of kickbacks and commissions in the state?
ಇದ್ದೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಹಿಂದೂ ಇದೆ, ಇವತ್ತು ಇರ್ತೈತೆ, ನಾಳೆ ಇರ್ತೈತೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಯಾರು ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಯಾವ ಹಂತಲ್ಲಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಕಂಡು ಹಿಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗೋಲ್ವಲ್ಲ.
Government is taking huge scam, corruption, bribes in order to clear their pending bills. Rather than address this issue, the minister in Karnataka government, Satish Jarkioli, says corruption will always exist in government work.
Corruption is there in the system. It's not party-centric or time-centric or region-centric. It's there, it's been there. How we can remove it, how we can reduce it, that has been the aim that every government should try to do things.
Let me take this across to my guest, Sudha Halkari of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Satabi Shivana of the Congress Party, and Shekhar Iyer, senior journalist, joining us on the broadcast. Let me first begin with Mr. Shivana. Considering this assertion has come in from the Congress minister, Mr. Jarkioli, what does one make of this? Is the Congress accepting the very premise on which, one of the key premises on which it fought and won the elections and came into power in Karnataka?
Let me address the soundbite first. The Honorable Minister Sri Satish Jarkioli did not justify corruption. He acknowledged a systemic problem. And there is a world of difference between the two. Acknowledging a disease is not endorsing the disease. In fact, the first step of solving a problem is admitting that it exists. Only people living in political fantasy land will say, no corruption anywhere, everything is fine, all is clean, sab changasi. This is not the truth. That's optics over accountability. So let's not indulge in this selective edit politics. Clipping one line and pretending it to be a confession may work in a propaganda studio, but it does not work in serious governance. What the minister has said in substance is this: corruption and commission tactics exist. They are a systemic challenge and they must be treated, they must be curbed firmly, transparently and institutionally. Now, according to me, in my personal opinion, that is administrative honesty. And let's also be honest about the contractors and about their issue, about the pending dues. Who created this mess? The previous BJP dispensation sanctioned works far beyond their budgetary capacity. In simple language, if they have a purse of rupees 100, they have sanctioned works worth rupees 1000. Why? Because announcements were needed, contracts were needed, and yes, the commission economy was thriving before the 2023 election. So today, when the bills are pending, they want to act shocked and they want to blame the present government for the fiscal crisis that they themselves manufactured and engineered. That is like, setting a house on fire and then shouting at the fire brigade for the smoke.
All right, Mr. Shivana, so basically, I don't know, where did you get this, where did you come to this conclusion that we are trying to go ahead and pin the blame only on the Congress party? There are questions that we are raising because of this assertion that's coming in from Mr. Jarkey. No, I really want to understand this one aspect. How much has the Congress been able to manage when it is about these vast pending dues? How much have you able to clear out? Has there been any data, any statistics that you can put forth before us so that we even understand that you're doing something about it?
See, firstly, I'm not trying to pin it on the media. I'm pinning it on the BJP and their unruly politics. Secondly, you have rightly pointed out a number of statistics. First, we must acknowledge that the Bharatiya Janata Party in the previous dispensation gave out unimaginable sanction amount of work. When the budget was only 100 rupees, they've given work worth 1000 rupees. And in so far as statistics, let's take the Honorable Satish Jarkioli's statement itself. In PWD department, there is 9,000 crore rupees of pending work or pending dues, out of which 3,000 crore rupees have already been cleared. We are talking with the contractors, we are indulging with them, we are engaging with them, and this issue will be rectified. But we must also investigate as to why the Bharatiya Janata Party allocated work beyond the budgetary capacity. That is the question that they must answer.
All right. So, Ms. Halkai, now the question is for you. Why did the Bomai government under the Bharatiya Janata Party go ahead and allocate much more than the budgetary allocation for either irrigation or PWD works? Why were the contracts even given when it was not really cleared as far as the budget is concerned? So now there are counter allegations against the BJP, fingers pointed at the Bomai regime back then.
Very good evening. First of all, let me clarify. The question is about the commission which is being taken by the Congress leaders for paying the bill for the work what the contractors had done and not for what work was left out by the BJP government. See, one or the other party comes in power, okay? Whenever one party is in the ruling, they give some work to the people and that work is being done. These contractors are not asking for charity. They are asking the bills for what work they have done, and earlier also they have written n number of letters to Rahul Gandhi and to the governors regarding the commission which was being asked to them. And let me remind, their own late Rajiv Gandhi had told once, if 100 rupees is sent from the central, only 15 rupees reaches to the beneficiaries. 85% is corruption is there in their government only. And this is exactly what is happening in Karnataka. And way before the elections, Honorable Union Home Minister Amit Shah ji had told that this government is going to be an ATM government, if at all it is elected, and it is going to be an ATM to the High Command. And this is exactly what is happening over here. 70 years, more than 70 years of independence of our country, and 70% of corruption is there going on in the Congress government.
Ms. Halkai, you talk about commission. You talk about commission that allegedly has been taken by members of the Congress party. But here's another aspect that we also want to bring to fore. We are learning, and we are talking about the KSCA, that their members, particularly the president, went to the governor back then. They wanted to go ahead and protest against a probe that was ordered by Siddaramaiah. This entire premise of winning the election, one of which was the allegations of 40% commission against the Bomai government. That's how Congress party came into power, and they tried to do something about it, and that was setting up a probe. That at least is the first step, according to me. But the lobby did not like it. And that's why those allegations of they taking commission were also raised. These were also reports that came in the past.
Can I answer now?
Sure.
See, this was a false narrative which was set by the Congress then before the election. This was an election agenda for them. And now in their own Congress, in their own administration, they had set up a commission which has given a clean, clear cheat that there was no anything as 40% Sarkara. There is no evidences which claim that there was 40% commission taken. Not only this, the High Court also has given a clean cheat to the BJP government that nothing such thing had happened. And this is a false narrative, as Mr. Rahul Gandhi has done with the book recently in the parliament, which had told about General Naravane. This is the same narration. These Congress are always into corruption. The other name of Congress should be corruption, and they're always into getting into the false narrative to the public, and they're fooling the public. And today they're sucking the blood of the people.
Okay, is that so, Mr. Shivana? From what I hear, there was some kind of a relaxation that was granted under Siddaramaiah to all of these contractors so that by and by that payment can be put out to them. But here there is a clean chit that the BJP member is speaking about.
That's absolutely false. The matter is still being
clean chit is given.
investigated. It is being
Their
headed
own
by Sri
commission
D.K.
has given a clean
Shivkumar.
chit.
Madam, if you don't,
Yes, Mr.
Please
Shivana,
continue.
please.
See, firstly, I must address Madam's fake outrage on this word called commission. Please, let's stop pretending that this is some shocking revelation. The country has debated on corruption for decades. Every party has spoken about it. Every election has heard it. To acknowledge reality is not an admission of guilt. It is a commitment to cleaning up the system. And we are committed to cleaning up the system. Sri Satish Jarkioli or Sri D.K. Shivkumar have stated that we are committed to clear the pending dues. But we must also investigate the Bharatiya
But with the
Janata Party's
commission,
corruption.
they clear the bills with the
We
commission.
must,
No,
because
but
we
what
must
happened to the
investigate
probe
the
committee?
corruption. Why? See,
What
the first
happened to
question
the
that
probe Mr. Shivana, what happened to the probe committee that was set under a retired judge? What happened to that? What was the verdict that came out?
See, in the Sri D.K. Shivkumar, while clearing the bills, is investigating. Has the BJP allocated work or not?
This is not the answer for
Was
the
that
question.
within, one second, madam, was that within the budgetary allocation or not? Has the so-called contractor actually
Was
done
there a
some
clean
work
chit
or
or
not?
not?
If all these things come through, then it is only then that the pending dues are being cleared.
Okay. Mr. Shekhar Iyer, what do you
Just
see
a minute,
happening
just 10
here?
seconds,
I'll
just 10
come
seconds.
back to you, Mr. Halkai.
Yeah.
Mr. Iyer has been waiting for a while. What do you see happening here? There is this very, very candid comment that has come in from Mr. Jarkioli, in a sense also accepting, yes, there is a rampant issue when it is about corruption. There is a rampant issue of contracts, commission, kickbacks, all of this coming on record from a sitting minister in Karnataka. And then there are counter claims that are suggesting that most of it came in under the Bomai government. In fact, many also suggesting that at the fag end of the BJP tenure under Basavaraj Bomai were these contracts given, where the budgetary allocation, for example, was just about 40,000 crores, 40,000 rupees, and the allocation came up to about 1 lakh, for example.
Graha, there are two things, come out now. One, these statements are coming at a time when Karnataka Congress is in a state of a crisis, particularly over the leadership issue.
Okay.
There is no final picture yet. That's one. Number two, both Siddaramaiah and D.K. Shivkumar are under heavy pressure from the High Command to find resources for the coming elections in Assam as well as in Kerala. So they are also trying to mobilize resources, from where? For the party's expenditure. That is number two. Number three, you see, it is not that these ministers are talking about or admitting existence of the system. Everybody knows the system exists. But what has happened is, as you mentioned, Congress came on a campaign that the BJP was worst in form of, taking commission. Now today they are in the dock, and they are being accused by the same contractor association that their bills are not being cleared.
But that's exactly what I'm asking you. Why did it happen? Because initially, Siddaramaiah's administration did go ahead and try and freeze every kind of pending payment to the contractors. But that was a lot of resistance, and that's why the softening of stance really happened. Isn't that so?
No, actually what they are saying is basically that even for some projects executed in the previous regime, there is now pressure to part with some commission for clearance of the bills. And fourth point, a very important point, the Karnataka government today is run out of resources because of those guarantees and freebies. There is no money left in the treasury. So there is a heavy pressure on trying to meet. That is why ministers are unhappy with the kind of budget available with them. MLAs are unhappy with no works being taken up. And D.K. Shivkumar himself said, look, with these freebies, we can't do any development work. So there is a all-round frustration, more so because these are the contractors are the ones who have funded the party campaigns. Today they want their bills to be cleared. It is from those bills they pay the party funds.
Okay. So what is it
So
going
that
to
is-
be? More than 37,000 crores if the Congress eventually leads way and makes it for the Bharatiya Janata Party, since it is always a revolving door election there in Karnataka, Mr. Shivana? Or is there going to be some kind of clearance that's coming in?
See, clearance is happening. The Congress party is following due process. The state government will investigate, and whoever is eligible for the pending dues will be paid. If they're not eligible for pending dues, the matter will be investigated. It's as simple as that.
Okay, all right. But no timeline so far for the investigation. Let's see what happens about that verification and the eventual payment, as the Congress member here is talking about. We are, with that, shifting our focus to debate number 3 on Plain Speak. And this is about Vijay. When Vijay's TVK accuses the BJP of exerting pressure through central probes like the ones carried out by the CBI and delays in the release of his film Jananayagan after months of studied restraint. And this means something. The development